Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another motherfucking reaction video. Vitaly just lost everything. I'm curious as to what the fuck this means. You know me, on a usual case, if this is the first time see me on your YouTube if this is the first time see me on your YouTube page, go ahead and slap the motherfucking shout out yourself, because you should have been knowing about me earlier. Real talk. But I'm eating Chick-fil-A. It's not sponsored. We're gonna react to Jamari. Vitaly just lost everything. Let's get straight into it. Come on.
So years ago on YouTube, back when the pranking genre was the hottest trend around, you had a YouTuber named Vitaly who found himself at the top of the mountain.
Should I sit back with you? No. My wife was pregnant and she fell down the stairs. I mean, I kind of pushed her, to be honest.
And this is my friend Yusuf. He's gonna check it out. And if you see this, my channel is Vitaly ZD TV.
He's crazy, man.
Getting hundreds of millions of views, starring in his own movie, and raking in millions of dollars. Now after a while, the genre would cannibalize itself.
All these other YouTube pranksters that you see, they're all fake. And let me tell you a little bit about these. Number one, FouseyTube. FouseyTube, you're the biggest bitch on YouTube. You're a crybaby. You had guts to say that 99% pranks are fake. Yeah, because 1% real is me.
The internet would move on, and Vitaly would ruin his public image in a variety of ways.
Yeah,
with the most damning being a criminal offense where he attacked this random woman who was out jogging in public, striking her in the head multiple times, and leaving her with injuries so severe that I cannot show her image in this video.
That's fucking crazy.
Girl, for no reason, no one's gonna forgive me about this.
I'm like jogger female. Bro.
He came to her, tried to give her a hug.
I can't believe it.
And then he started punching.
Now after that, Vitaly would disappear for a couple of years from the internet, but he would later return as an IRL streamer. At first doing his usual thing, harassing people out in public.
Can I see you? Can I see you? Get the fuck out of here.
But over time, he would turn into one of many vigilante catchers, although he did this in a very unprofessional way, often beating or humiliating these people for online brownie points, which would of course result in botched operation after botched operation, to where these nasty guys could walk away without facing any sort of legal justice, leading many people to question Vitaly's true motives. Like even the police themselves criticized the stupid ways that he was moving, all for the sake of his own content. Now regardless of this criticism, many people still felt that what he was doing was a net positive for society, and so he began to regain public favor online for around the last
This motherfucker held an alligator to him. That's crazy.
year. But now Vitaly has gotten himself into a Johnny Somali type of situation, going overseas to the Philippines, and potentially ruining what was left of his career and his reputation. So essentially, Vitaly was going out in public harassing random unassuming people. This was one of the clips that really went viral.
I'm gonna fucking rob you if you keep walking away. I want to give you money. No? Okay. No. Okay, because you got a COVID mask, you liberal Go get your vaccine. Trying to give you money, but all right.
And you guys will see this kind of becomes a running theme throughout the video. Vitaly thinks that just because maybe he gives out some money or does some good deeds, that in turn he can just act however he wants. He can threaten people out in public. He can mess with random police officers. He can steal things from malls. He can drive recklessly through the streets. When obviously, just because you do some good deeds, it doesn't mean you can just be a total asshat for the rest of your life. Here I just wanted to show you guys more clips of him harassing people out in public, including several police officers.
Can I shove this up your booty?
What?
Is that okay or no?
The fuck? Bruh. Come on.
He's not chasing me, boss. I want you to chase me.
So as you guys can see, the authorities over in the Philippines seem to be a lot more reserved than what we have here in America.
Look at that ass. I'm gay. Autistic. I'm autistic.
So yeah, basically this guy...
If I'm being honest, this man went overseas, tried to get some content, doing what he does over here, trying to get the same reactions. It ain't working.
Guy is just pushing 40 years old, making a complete ass of himself out in public.
Can I give you a kiss? No, I have a question for you.
Bro, I'm telling you.
I'm the new general in town, motherfuckers.
Another running theme here seems to be that he thinks that he can treat the authorities over in the Philippines with the utmost disrespect.
Nah, for real. Doing that is crazy. Because you're just promoting that. You're just promoting disrespecting the foreign government, bro. Come on now. Their government. Come on now. Should have acted like speed out there, dog. Just saying.
Dispatch, I'm a homosexual.
And to me, it's just like, at what point does your brain mature past the age of like 12 years old? Like, how long is he gonna do this same bit that he's been doing for well over a decade and
Not
still
for
get his
real.
jollies out of it?
I told you, Vitaly's back. Real king.
And here in this next clip is when one of the alleged crimes occurs, as Vitaly appears to steal this LED mask right from the mall.
Shangri? Shangri. They won't recognize me.
They're gonna call more security with that one.
I look like a different person.
They're gonna call security because you got that.
And it's almost like he's getting a kick out of the fact that he's breaking more and more laws. He's also being a complete idiot by following in Johnny Somali's footsteps and live streaming the entire thing,
Not
literally
for real.
incriminating himself and giving the authorities there the evidence they need to actually indict him.
No, yeah.
And I just truly have to wonder, who sits at home for hours on end and actually enjoys digesting this type of content? Like, can you imagine in your formative years being raised by this type of idiot?
Things gonna end bad. I'm gonna get arrested, oh no!
Bro. Too many fucking yes men. The cameraman is also a part of it, bro. Yes, man. He should have shut that shit down. On the real.
Oh no, mommy! Oh no, mommy! I'm gonna get arrested!
And honestly, for Vitaly,
Like-
that would not age well at all.
I just turned captions on, my fault. Like, I would love to have people record for me, you know what I'm saying, 24/7. But at a certain point, when I start breaking laws, bro, like that, in a foreign spot, yeah, bro, slap the shit out of me. Put me in a real perspective, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you acting stupid, bro?
That's my only fan left in the chat. I buy this from the store.
Shangri-La po ito. Saan po yung Shangri-La?
Dadali pa sa araw sir?
Here, film yourself. Let me see.
Oh my God, so many laws have been broken today.
And as it turns out, his buddy there was absolutely correct. Here's just a bonus clip of him driving recklessly through the streets of the Philippines. So the idiot is kind of just running around, racking up charge after charge. Obviously, the people of the Philippines were not happy after all this started going viral. They even started this petition. Never seen such arrogance. Russian YouTuber Vitaly came to Wii Sports, disrespected our local staff, refused a safety helmet, then ran away, and told his live stream followers to destroy our business with fake reviews to 1 star.
No, I'm gonna make a lesson out of him because I was nice to him. He lost.
No.
That's his. Are you sure that's his?
Yeah.
I don't want to destroy someone's business. That's his. Wii Sports. Go leave a Yelp review. 1 star.
They say they have video proof of everything, but that they are unfortunately getting review bombed, saying that's not only pathetic, but illegal, disgusting, and this person should really get taught a lesson, which obviously I completely agree with. And so on the
that's
actual
fucked
petition,
up.
it's been signed
That's
by
crazy.
around 3,100
Send a whole
people,
fucking hate
and this
mob?
is all in
Don't
an
do
effort
that.
to
Don't
ban
send no
Vitaly
hate
from
mob,
pretty
bro.
much all social media. They say Vitaly verbally assaulted a Filipino instructor with vulgar, sexually degrading remarks.
So knees position is always in this area.
Yeah. Oh, you want me on my knees? Huh? Like this?
Knees position.
Like that? You want me to like ride you like a reverse cowgirl? Okay.
And then obviously he refused to follow these mandatory safety rules.
We need to learn first the technique of this kind of words.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, sir?
Oh, yeah, teach me.
If we're already there, we're gonna be practicing in 5 minutes to understand how to take off the words.
And it's funny because their evidence is
Bro. Life saving rules.
literally just his own live stream. So yeah, now they basically are requesting him to be banned on all socials, and they essentially want to ban and blacklist him from re-entering the Philippines, calling him a threat to public dignity and safety. And my guy down
that's
here
fucking
actually had
crazy.
2 video replies that I absolutely loved.
People like Vitaly need to be banned. What an idiot.
And I gotta say, while that message was short, it was also very wise from our buddy here. And this other American Voyager content creator would actually show up to confront Vitaly about his behavior.
Why are you asking you why even make that content? Genuinely. Because I'm speaking up for a large majority of people.
Shut the do whatever I want. What are you gonna follow me?
I'm not gonna follow you.
I swear to God, bro.
A real conversation.
I don't want to have a conversation. I don't want to have a conversation with you, bro.
That's fair. You don't want to have a conversation with reality. You
want to have a conversation with
Nah,
what
for
have you done
real.
in your life that's positive,
Put that
bro?
nigga in check.
Show me
Right then
proof.
and there.
I'm not a lolcow online fucking with people.
Oh, so you came to press me, yeah?
No,
Oh, God.
you have a genuine conversation.
And your genuine conversation, what? I'm telling you exactly what's going on.
And so it's kind of just the same sentiment that people had for Johnny Somali, like, hey dude, you're coming here and acting like a total asshole, and you're gonna end up setting this precedent for all the other live streamers that are trying to actually, like, be good and show the better parts of these different countries and their culture. Now they're gonna start putting us all into this really bad pigeonhole.
And what do? You haven't watched my
I haven't watched your streams, and you're a piece of shit. And I came here to say that to everybody. You're a literal piece of shit.
Perfect, amazing. Jesus loves you too. Let's go.
That's funny as shit.
You're not gonna knock me out.
Oh yeah? What are you gonna do?
I guarantee
That
you're not
man.
gonna
Yo, back off.
walk.
Oh, what are you gonna do about it?
That man. Shout out to him, bro.
And I love how he goes from sarcastically saying, oh, Jesus loves you too, to now like, I'm gonna knock you out, in the span of about 5 seconds.
I don't have security either. I'm literally just as big as you.
Okay, cool.
You don't need to solve shit with violence, bro. Words are just...
I'm trying to walk away from you and you're trying to follow me, so you're harassing me.
I'm calling you out for being a piece of shit.
Okay, I am a piece of shit. Congratulations.
Come here and you
Okay, what are you gonna do about it?
I'm not gonna do nothing.
So stop following me.
I'm here speaking for the Filipino people.
Yeah.
When I say you're not gonna come here and the locals for views.
So yeah, big shout out to this guy for going out and standing up to
real.
Vitaly.
Nah, for real. Saying that shit.
For the Filipino people, and really in the name of all the people with sense on the internet. I will definitely be including his channel in the description down below. And this is
Hold on. What?
with sense on the internet. I will definitely be
Unlock Philippine. Okay. for
including
sure.
his channel in the description down below. And this is where we see Vitaly actually face the consequences for his actions. Russian YouTuber Vitaly, who harassed and disrespected Filipinos while filming at Bonifacio Global City, was caught by police officers in front of a hotel along Seaside Boulevard in Pasay City. And as you guys can see, even in his mugshot, this guy shows absolutely no remorse. He has this big old smirk on his face. And it's pretty clear at this point that Vitaly just sees himself as some sort of untouchable figure. Like, even when they brought him into the actual police station, the guy does not seem to be taking it very seriously.
Vitaly Yeah. Good evening. Okay, here's your Miranda rights. Okay? Yes, sir. You have the right to remain silent.
So they read him his Miranda rights while he continues to smirk and even make kissy faces at the camera. It's obvious that he thinks this entire thing is kind of just a big joke, and he likely thinks that maybe he will just get deported at this point, and that they'll essentially just want to make this someone else's problem. Then they would actually hold a public press conference for Vitaly. In a lot of ways, I think that
Nah. A public press rally?
trying to more or less make an example out of him. Today, Vitaly was dragged out in cuffs for a public press conference in the Philippines after his arrest
That
on
is
multiple criminal
fucking
counts. This
crazy.
will absolutely disincentivize nuisance
For
streamers.
real.
Huge W in fighting these criminals. Other nations take note. Philippines did it right.
Sad part is, okay, it kind of gives motherfuckers attention. Said if it was me and I wanted attention like that, and I wanted to go out extreme, do some Kurt Kaz type videos, you know what I'm saying? For a minute, I'm just out there with some Latina baddie, and then I start doing some crazy shit in Colombia. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like,
And this account claims that the charges he was arrested on include unjust vexation, which essentially seems
That's
like
even
disturbing the
more
peace here in
publicity,
America. They say he was also arrested for alarm and scandal and attempted theft. And so even in the press conference, it was obvious that Vitaly was still not taking this very seriously. This man here in the front would essentially say that they plan to make an example out of Vitaly, that they plan to hold him there in the immigration detention facility, and that essentially they're not just going to deport him and in a lot of ways like kind of go light on him, and they're going to exercise all their power to make him go through hell and not just give him a pass with deportation. As you guys can see in this next clip, Vitaly would continue with his antics, as he would give himself a small round of applause when they would play some of the clips of him harassing people out in public. And so
That's
obviously
crazy.
the guy has absolutely no respect for the Philippines nor their people. Like even just walking into the courtroom that day, it seemed like he tried to have like this Tate Brothers coded photo shoot where he does the infamous hand sign. And it's just beyond obvious that he's not taking this seriously at all. And to me, it almost seems like he thinks he's some sort of badass for going out in public and acting like a complete asshole. Breaking all these different laws and disrespecting all these different people at his big age. Like, if anything, they should honestly put him behind bars for like 30 years and the offense should be making so many people cringe. Even the tourism secretary over in the Philippines would have some choice words for Vitaly.
The Department of Tourism strongly condemns any abuse by any tourist. Our country is well known for its unparalleled hospitality. We fully support our law enforcement agencies, including the Bureau of Immigration, in ensuring that the offending tourist is able to be meted out with a concomitant penalty under the law and suffers the consequences of having mistreated Filipinos in the country.
So yeah, she essentially said in this case we're not going to fuck around, and basically we're going to set the precedent that we don't want this happening all the time. I mean, it is really Johnny Somali that kind of opened up this can of worms, where these IRL streamers think they can go to these foreign lands and kind of just treat people however they want, while also breaking their laws and completely disrespecting their culture. And while it is nice to see some good old-fashioned civilian justice from time to time, seeing them face actual legal consequences in the country where they're actually harassing people is likely what it will take to detour more of these idiots from replicating this type of behavior. And so when this all went down, pretty much everyone online kind of unanimously agreed that Vitaly was a douchebag, but of course you had that fool Myron from Fresh and Fit standing up for him. He says, wow, what the fuck? Vitaly is a good guy. It bothers me to see this happen to him after he made such a huge change for the better in his life. He stopped drinking, drugs, was catching really bad PDFs, and was growing fast on Kick. Then he was creating problems in the Philippines by being a nuisance streamer like Johnny Somali. And here's the kicker, because you know these guys can never take accountability. He says, I don't know whose idea this was at Kick. This was an awful move to put one of their top streamers in serious trouble. As if Vitaly is not a grown man who's almost 40 years old, running around himself making these idiotic decisions. But no, let's blame some random people at Kick, like if they went into his mind and controlled his fucking body. This press conference proves it's obvious the Philippines is going to try to make an example of Vitaly, which is great. I hope Vitaly gets out and makes a U-turn in his content. He is talented and does not need to make problematic content like this to get views. And honestly, guys, I had no problem with the vigilante justice that he was bringing in America against the PDFs. But at some point it almost seemed like it was more for the content and more for the got you moments than for these various people to actually be charged with a criminal offense. And so to me it kind of defeats the purpose of the positive action. Like this is yet another great example of that. This guy says, it's wild how all the media in the Philippines is highlighting the mistakes Vitaly made. My guy, it wasn't a mistake, it was straight up harassment. It was him straight up going out and being an absolute clown. But ignoring everything good he did while he was there.
It was literally his choice. Back. To back, to back, to back. The same way. I'm gonna eat this fucking fry. Back. To back.
Nobody's perfect. Give the man some credit. He buys this little girl some shoes.
A little big? A little big or no?
He then goes and buys these two kids some cell phones.
She has a phone? No. So we'll buy 2 phones for them regular, yeah? So you can communicate.
Yes.
And then, of course, he just does the classic where he straight up hands out money to random people. I feel like oftentimes a lot of these guys who go around giving out money or buying things for people on camera, you know, all for the content, basically it seems like they feel like that's just going to exonerate them from all their other bad behavior. To me, it just kind of puts a blemish on everything positive that you're doing. But either way, we're going to have to see what happens with Vitaly. I don't know, this guy just has something very twisted in his head. Honestly, they shouldn't have let him come back after what he did to that woman. And at this point, to me, he's much worse than someone like Fusi, who obviously has had his fair share of idiotic moments, his fair share of blunders. But yeah, with a lot of these guys, it's just like, dude, you're getting pretty old. I think it's time to get off the internet, or at least time to stop with these antics. But either way, y'all let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think that they're going to detain Vitaly over there for quite some time? Do you think he'll end up being kind of scot-free of all this?
Leave a like for Chick-fil-A.
I want to know in the comments. But as always, also want to thank you guys for watching today's video.
I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. I love y'all. DJ
Ben, drop that shit. Baby, ask why I don't know her. Cause I've been jugging out the Uber. Them folks don't like how I maneuver. She got good head, I can't refuse her. She a chooser.